The Carolina Weather Group with an update on Tropical Depression 3. I'm outside here on our patio enjoying a long holiday weekend, and here's the latest from the National Hurricane Center. So Tropical Depression 3 is that tropical wave out in the Atlantic Ocean we've been tracking for several days now. It became Tropical Depression 3 at the 11 a.m. update on this Monday. The depression is forecast to strengthen and move across the Lesser Antilles as a hurricane by Thursday and Friday, bringing a risk of flooding from heavy rain, hurricane-force winds, and dangerous storm surge and waves. Given the larger than usual uncertainty in the track forecast, the National Hurricane Center writes, it's too early to specify the exact location and magnitude of where these hazards could occur, but everyone in the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands should closely monitor the storm for updates to this storm. Now, of course, you might be watching us from the Carolinas or from the Southeast wanting to know what this means for us. Well, it's a little too early to tell, but we need to at least be monitoring it as we are now into the 2023 hurricane season. You can see in the forecast cone right here, by the time we get to Saturday, this storm is forecasted to be a hurricane over or near Puerto Rico, that is. And a reminder, though, the forecast cone is just the area in which the center of the storm could be. So whether it's on the north side of this cone or the south side of this cone, the impacts will range off of that because this is just the center, and then the storm could reach out hundreds of miles with hurricane force or tropical storm force winds. So Levi Cowan's Tropical Tidbits website, we love it. Take a look. He's got the spaghetti models here. You can see that more or less the storm is going to continue now to the west, but then as we get closer to Puerto Rico, whether the storm kind of hooks up to the north and comes into that portion of the Atlantic Ocean or continues on into the Gulf of Mexico eventually, it's too early to know. It's just simply too early. And you can see that Tropical Tidbits is also projecting here kind of what the intensity is going to be of this storm based on those models. It's a bit of a widespread right now, right? Category 3 to tropical storm, well, that's a huge difference, but more or less we can see that this is at least going to be a Category 1 hurricane, both on what the computer models are telling us and also what the human forecasters at the National Hurricane Center are telling us. And this is a good reminder as we're kind of getting into the third storm, but really the first one of the official hurricane season that we're going to be keeping a close eye on for potential impacts in the southeast. The forecasters at the National Hurricane Center, those are human beings. So when you're looking at the cone or other products and data that come out of the Hurricane Center there in Miami, those are made by humans and not just computers sticking out random numbers. So always good context to keep in mind. We'll keep you updated on this, the flash flood risk at home in both North Carolina and South Carolina this week, as well as the continuing Pulp Road fire in Brunswick County and the air quality impacts from that, all here on the Carolina Weather Group YouTube channel and our audio podcast feed throughout the week. For now, I'm James Brierton. Thanks for joining me for this update. Talk to you again real soon.